Bruno by Sacha Baron Cohen was released in theaters on July 10th of 2009. And to this day, this is hands down one of the craziest movies that I've personally ever seen. And frankly, I dare you to try to tell me another movie that is crazier than this movie, controversial as this movie, sometimes disturbing. I'll give a very short background of Bruno. The movie is about an Austrian-born guy named Bruno who comes to the US to become super famous. That's kind of the gist of it, and it's just that simple. But what's crazy about this movie is all the scenes in this movie use real reactions from people who had no idea either that they were being filmed or they were misled to think they were being filmed about a documentary of some sort. And it changes of what they were told in each scene. The only people who were in on this was Sacha Baron Cohen, who played Bruno, and then his boyfriend in the movie. Those are the only two people that were in on this movie. And Harrison Ford, who's in it for like a second. Now, I saw this in the theater when it came out. I was 14 years old, and it was the very first R-rated movie that my mom would let me go see. So it was me, my mom, my uncle, and my sister. My mom had no idea it was going to be this bad, as in it's very sexually explicit. This movie bordered on being X-rated. But I was going to show some scenes because I recently watched this. It's been a long while since I've seen this. If you haven't seen it, I'll talk you through each scene because you'll see how ridiculous this movie really was.
What's up? I'm Bruno.
That's the very first scene. That's how the movie starts. I'm going to cut through the scenes, and I'm going to try my best to censor a lot of this.
Is it too much?
Yeah, I'd lose them.
They're too much like, look at me. Hey, everybody, look at me. Look at my glasses.
Yeah.
Everybody like, stare at my glasses.
He's also my nutritionist.
Yeah, there it is.
I have a second assistant, but I can't remember its name. Bruno.
Now, I forgot about the beginning. This whole beginning, they're all in on this. But this guy right here with the glasses, he's, spoiler alert, he's going to end up becoming the boyfriend of Bruno. The guy in the green outfit, that's Bruno's first boyfriend. I skipped a lot of the scenes, but between the last scene and the one I'm about to show you, Bruno's boyfriend with the green suit breaks up with him. Bruno ends up going to Los Angeles, and he ends up meeting up with the casting director.
How you doing, man?
Lord, how y'all?
I just got off the phone with the network. They've agreed to do a screening. I got them to pay for a focus group for the show.
I think you just scraped my anus.
I did. I got you clean. My stink is slightly burning. Is that normal?
What?
Now, before the focus group that the casting director got for Bruno, he tries to do an interview with Paula Abdul, but he didn't have any furniture in the place that he was going to have the interview. So he uses these employees.
Come and sit on our great furniture. These are our Mexican chair people.
Helping other people is so vital to my life. It's like the air that I breathe.
Now, Paula Abdul is known to be a very nice person, right? She does charity work. She thought she was just going in for an interview, but of course she had no idea she's going to be sitting on these people. But we're going to get to the focus group now, because I have some stuff to say about that.
Congratulations.
Who's ready to max out with loads of celebrities? I am. Because das ist A-list Celebrity Max Out.
Harrison Ford!
Also, here I am at Harrison Ford.
Fuck off.
He looks happy about that interview. Now, that was actually planned. Harrison Ford was in on that. But that's the only time you see Harrison Ford for that 1 second.
Oh, what's that?
So, I mean, of course I blurted it out, but in the movie, you see his wiener flinging around like a helicopter. And in the movie, it's not blurred out at all.
So it's actually mine.
Remember when I told you I saw this in the theater when I was 14 with my little sister? She was 11 years old with my mom and my uncle. Well, this scene in the movie, people got up and walked out of the theater, and this is like in the first third of the movie. And it wasn't just like a couple, I would say it was probably like 20 people. And my mom, she's just covering her face. She's like, throughout almost the whole movie, I mean, she was so embarrassed, man. Good times.
The worst piece of crap I have ever seen.
What sick human being came up with something like this?
I wanted to poke my eyes out with hot needles.
You'd have to borrow the needles from me.
So needless to say, the group didn't like the pilot of the show. Bruno decides maybe he could make an adult film. What better candidate to make one with than Ron Paul? Now, if you don't remember Ron Paul, or if you don't know who he was, he ran for president in the 2008 election. He was a Republican. I don't know how popular he was with voters, but I do remember seeing commercials for him, and I feel like everybody knew who he was, at least at the time. Now, the way Bruno tries to set this up is he gets an interview with Ron Paul, and the lights go out, and Bruno tries making the moves on him.
It's pretty conventional, and I'm pretty, in that sense, pretty ordinary. But the message is not ordinary.
Oh, wir haben ein Licht verloren. Möchte sie in einen anderen Raum entspannen, wenn wir es reparieren?
Sure.
Off and on throughout the years, this last year, a tremendous amount.
Sure.
A lot of them.
Do you want some strawberries or maybe some oysters?
I'm okay.
Has anyone ever told you you look like Enrique Iglesias? Of course not. You're much cuter. Aha! Whoops. Meine Häusen ist gefallen.
All right, get out of here.
What?
All right.
What's going
This
on?
is ended. That guy's queer than the blazes. He took his clothes off. Let's get.
So that didn't work, right? Ron Paul wasn't into it. Now Bruno's next plan is to become famous by, I guess you could say, doing some big event. What he decides to do is to go to the Middle East and try to create a peace deal between Israel and Palestine.
Was to get both sides to sign a peace deal in front of the world's press, making Bruno uber famous.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey, great. Is that Mark Jacob? Look! Stop the car! Look!
I'll be honest, I don't know much about Judaism, so I looked a little into this, and those are Hasidic-Orthodox Jews that are chasing him. And now what Bruno was wearing, that's considered extremely offensive. The way I read about it, it would be the equivalent of going to a Christian church, slapping the pastor, and then peeing in the holy water. In interviews with Sacha Baron Cohen, he said this is one of the few times he was genuinely afraid that he might get killed.
Why are you so anti-Hamas? I mean, isn't pita bread the real enemy?
You're confusing Hamas with hummus, I believe.
So I'm going to speed this up a little bit because there's still a lot left of the movie. He ends up not making the peace deal. So what he decides next is to adopt an African baby.
Also, traurig?
Ja.
Also Madonna hat eins, Brangelina hat eins und jetzt Bruno hat eins.
Das ist 14 Pfund vom schwarzen Gold.
Now he's got his baby. His boyfriend finds him a spot in a talk show. To me, it looks like the equivalent of, I don't know, Jerry Springer or Maury.
Where did they allow you to get this baby from? Is this baby from Australia?
Australia. I mean, I guess he could be seen as of I don't know, Aboriginal descent. So the crowd was on his side at first, but then he stated that he was looking for Mr. Right. The crowd didn't like that, so that's why they're kind of against him right now.
America, and I stopped over in this country called Africa, right?
Africa is a continent, not a country, baby. Get it right.
Well, it is full of African Americans.
It's full of African. It's full of people of African
No, that's
descent.
a racist thing to call them. African Americans is it right?
African Americans are here.
Yes, in the country of Africa with all the African Americans.
No, they're called African Americans, girlfriend.
No, fool.
Second, you are the baby's father now, and you chose to dress that baby up in a T-shirt that says what?
Gaby.
That's not the baby's name, is it?
No, I gave him like a traditional African name.
So what's the baby's name?
OJ.
That's gotta be one of the most calmest babies ever. With that crowd, and I wonder if they like put earplugs in him or something.
I think maybe because he's a black baby, that might be your cue, like how some people walk in the park with dogs to pick up girls. That might be your cue to get maybe a down low brother. I don't know. What do you think?
I gotta be honest, he's a real dick magnet.
So moving forward, he ends up losing custody of the baby live on the show. He was very upset about that. His boyfriend, wants to comfort him. And have you ever seen a love scene like this before?
Wo ist die Schlüssel, Lutz? Nehmen Sie die Rufen an.
Get out of my face. No, move. What's your name? Hi, what's your name?
No, don't even talk
Hey,
to me.
you're cute. You're like a Latino Paul Giamatti.
Hey, don't talk
Hey,
to me.
girlfriend.
I'm not talking to you.
That's not great. Maybe they can let us out.
They eventually get out of the restraints. Bruno breaks up with his boyfriend. And he decides now he wants to be straight. He thinks that he has to be straight to become famous. So one of the first things he does is go to a martial artist to learn how to defend himself from gay people.
I'm totally irresistible to gay guys. They see me and they want to stop me.
Right.
Just running with his pants down.
Here, boom, and then to the eyes.
Homosexual
Leg
attacking
here,
one.
and then come in, break his arm, take here, take him out,
I just can't believe somebody would agree to do this. There's so many examples of that through this whole movie. People agree to do the craziest stuff with the craziest stuff with this guy.
Useful.
That's just totally different than what I've ever tried to, worked with.
Now he wants an activity that'll make him straight. So he joins the National Guard.
Make this bed. Hurry up. Make the bed.
But do you have something, maybe a double?
Make the bed.
Could you hold the sheet over?
Of it. Your finger's in my alley.
Not yet.
Go get your uniform on. Do it! Oh my gosh. What's up with the scarf?
I like how the first thing he sees is the scarf.
What type belt is that, candidate? What is that?
D&G.
What is D&G?
Dolce & Gabbana, hello?
Hello? Front
What
of
do
the
you
rest
mean,
of this
sit
shit.
down, you?
Sir, Officer Cadet, you deserve a medal for exceptional skin.
No, what are you talking? What are you trying to say, candidate?
So the National Guard didn't work. So he decides to try hunting. Let's see how that goes.
The women, eh? Do you prefer the vagina or the mammary glands?
I prefer the vagina.
Me too. I love a woman with a vagina.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Didn't say anything.
We were just talking about vaginas.
About what?
Vaginas, the woman's vagina.
Yeah, now that's manly talk right there. That's all we ever talk about and nothing else ever. So he hunts with these guys and they end up camping outside, and this is what happens.
Sorry to bother you, but can I come in? It's just his bed, all my clothes.
God damn it.
He devoured everything apart from these good condoms.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Mike, just let me know if you change your mind.
All right, God damn it.
So the National Guard and the hunting group didn't work to help Kira's straightness. But the third time's a charm, right? Now he's gonna go to a swingers party with straight couples.
How did you get into it?
Actually, our first time was on
Our honeymoon.
that'd be missionary or reverse cowgirl. I'm sitting here and
Yeah, and so if I'm the woman, don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah, so what?
You'd be sitting like that, and
Right.
that's called reverse cowgirl.
Right. And what other positions are there?
Power driver.
I don't know if I could
69.
show this part.
This is the girl's position. You don't want to get like this if you're a guy.
I'll talk about this while it's going
There's
on.
missionary
Basically,
doggy style.
the guy is
doggy style
showing
like?
Bruno
You'd be bent over
different,
like a dog
how to
does
do
it.
different
like that?
positions.
Right, and then what would you be doing?
If you was a woman, I would be humping
No,
you,
show me.
but I'm not going to show you. You're a
show me
man.
faggot. Come on, what's the big deal? It's just a couple of guys.
They got their socks on. It's all right. Yeah, this whole swingers party scene, this is very explicit. I might just skip it because this will take a long time to blur out. Remember I told you how this movie borders from R-rated to X-rated? It's because of this scene, because it shows, people doing swinger stuff. Yeah.
What the fuck you're doing, dude?
Hi. Hi, how you doing?
I don't need this motherfucker touching me on the back telling me what
I was just going to the kitchen.
It's a show.
So Bruno didn't want to get with that woman, and so fast forward, he decides to become, I guess like a UFC fighter, cage fighter. This is wild.
Some noise, the host of the brand new TV show, Straight Dave's Man Slamming Max Out. Give it up for Straight Dave! Straight Dave!
So this is a while after the swingers party, and this is a while after he broke up with his boyfriend. Yeah, now he's called Straight Dave, and it's the fourth way for him to become straight.
Let him in. Who wants to see me beat this fag's ass?
As you can see, his ex-boyfriend comes back. Now what's Straight Dave gonna do? So as you can see, the crowd is pissed. And the producers of this movie knew that was going to happen. It might not be easy to see, but if you look, you could see it's like a trap door in the ring, because they were afraid that Sacha Baron Cohen was going to get killed, or the boyfriend. These guys are going to get killed by this crowd of people. And honestly, they probably would have. When you have a crowd cheering for a guy named Straight Dave, and he does something like that. You see that chair that just flew at them? I mean, they were really close to getting hit in the head with that. That wasn't planned. That was somebody in the crowd throwing that. Okay, so this is basically the end of the movie. There's, I don't know, like 10 more minutes of it. At the end of the movie, Bruno gets his African baby back, and he gets married to his boyfriend. And he actually did become super famous with that event being in the news, and it actually was in the news. So after this movie came out, it was highly, highly controversial. Despite that, it made over $138 million in the box office. But I mean, there were things like legal issues. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like this movie because of the homosexual stuff. I mean, but that was Sacha Baron Cohen's, that was his intentions for this movie. He wanted to expose homophobia in the US. Compared to his other movie, Borat, that one was supposed to more expose racism. I really do love this movie a lot. I loved it when it first came out, when I first saw it in the theater. I mean, I don't want to say it was groundbreaking because I've never seen a movie after this came out that was anything like this. And that leads to my question again from the beginning of this video. I mean, if you can think of any movie that was just so outrageous like this movie was, so many people got duped in this movie. I only showed you just snippets. I mean, there's more that I haven't shown you. I know this is kind of a long video. I hope you liked it.